everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I have my first college video of 2020. I am pumped. I wasn't going to do a what to bring to college video just because I've done a lot of these videos in the past. So if you're new here, like this video, subscribe, check out my other college content, and of course more is coming. But I decided to actually do one this year because so many things are going to be different. So let me know in the comments if you guys are planning on being on campus or if you're doing online school. I want to know your all's thoughts. But we're going to get started with comfort/utility items that you need. And then I'm going to get into items that you specifically need for COVID. And then we're going to get into how to make it homey. So this isn't going to be like a coffee maker and a blender. I've talked about that in other videos. I'm giving you guys the nitty-gritty stuff that like I could not live without in college. You're probably watching a lot of these. And so I wanted to give you some items that you're not hearing all the time. You are going to want to bring a fan. This is something I feel like not a lot of college students do though, and it is vital because especially at night, it provides amazing white noise because I personally like to go to bed a little bit early, but dorm room walls are super thin, and so having the fan really helps drown out any noise from the hallway, maybe even your suite mate or roommate, and it also keeps it cool, especially going back in the summer and in the spring when maybe air conditioning isn't working so great. There's no windows you can open in a tall dorm room, none of mine you can open, and so it kind of keeps that air flowing, and it's just it was a necessity for me to fall asleep was to have that fan on. Going along with that, also having a face mask and earplugs really helps. Again, if you're on different sleep schedules than your roommates, just also because you probably aren't going to have blinds that like cover the light. So if you want to sleep in, wearing a sleeping mask is great so that the light doesn't wake you up, and earplugs so that the noise from your roommates or your hall doesn't wake you up either. We all know sleep is so important in college. So even if you get very little of it, make sure it's quality sleep. All right, next, also going along with sleeping is a mattress topper. I actually had a mattress topper and then also a foam topper too that my dad kind of made for me out of just getting like a foam. I don't even know what he did actually, but I basically had two mattress toppers on my bed, and it was so comfy and I loved it so much. It was honestly just as comfy, if not more comfy, than my bed here at home with the two mattress toppers. Next is a side table or a lap desk. So what I mean by a side table is those little tables that are made for couches. So I had a mini couch in both of my dorms, and I had one of those mini tables that kind of like just slid on next to my couch, and that was great for just when I wanted to sit on my couch and have coffee in the morning, maybe put up my iPad and watch a TV show, work on my laptop a little bit. It isn't going to take up so much room like a full desk, but it's awesome to have if your bed is not lofted, so kind of on the ground. You could have it go onto your bed, or if you have a little seating area in your room and you want a table that doesn't take up too much space. Or the other alternative is a lap desk. So I got mine from IKEA for like $10. I'll try to link it below. And this is great if you have a bed that's lofted or you don't have any space for a little table. It just allows you to work from your bed, or you can set it up on the ground. That's what I did a lot of times freshman year, is I set it up on the ground just to have like an elevated space. So I wasn't like writing my notes literally on the ground. I could sit on the ground, but like have an elevated little desk. Next is side bed organizers, or just hanging organizers. You really have to utilize all the space you can in a small dorm room. And so what I did in my what I did in both dorm rooms is I took a shoe organizer, so one of these over the door shoe organizers, and I put it over my door leading into my dorm room, and I put snacks and spices and tea and coffee in here. Or you can put, oh my gosh, I still literally have stuff in here from last semester. Like having a full wall of a pantry and just extra storage. Next, more storage under the sink storage. So this is super easy because everyone's gonna have either a bathroom attached to your dorm, or you're probably gonna have some kind of cabinet or like sink in your dorm, even if it's not a full bathroom. Most of them have a sink at least. And so getting something to go in the cabinets, like drawer organizers, is super great, even if you just use drawer organizers for your desk. So you can like store your makeup in your desk and it's not all just in one drawer. It like each has its own separate place. These are great and super affordable. You can find them at Target, IKEA, Container Store, so many options. Next, what came in really helpful was having a cart or storage bins. So if you're looking for like furniture, I would recommend furniture that can also be used as storage or some other utility. And so having a moving cart is great because you can move it around easily. You can put it in your bathroom if needed. You can can put it next to your bed, next to your little kitchen station. Setting up a coffee station in one of them is great. What I used my sophomore year was this cart you've probably seen all over. They have them at Target and Container Store. And I used, what did I use this for? This was just like a little decorative cart more. I put my essential oil diffuser on there. I put fresh flowers. I filled the bottom with my school books. And then lastly, for utility, I say you don't need a ton of utensils. I would recommend 2 forks, 2 spoons, 2 knives, and a sharp knife, and then maybe 2 plates and 2 bowls just for you. Obviously, especially with COVID, you're going to want your roommates to have separate eating stuff, so I would try to have your own and not share that too much, because who knows how good they're washing it. But yeah, you don't need a ton of mugs or cups. You basically just need a few, because you're just going to keep rewashing them. I know it's gross, but that's what you do. All right, so now let's get into what you're going to need, because it's COVID season, and it sucks that you're having to go into a dorm room in this, but here's, of course, my advice. So don't forget the necessities, as the CDC tells us. We need hand sanitizers, whether you want like a more all-natural one. I love Young Living essential oils. This is their Thieves waterless hand sanitizer with peppermint oil and moisturizing aloe. It's great, but of course you don't have to be super fancy. You just need to make sure this is all over your room, along with being in your backpack. You're making sure to remember to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer before you eat, before you grab a snack, especially when you're touching your phone all day and then like you're touching your phone while you're eating. You just have to pay more attention to all of that this year especially. And face masks. So if you're on campus, you're most likely having to wear a face mask. I recommend investing in some reusable ones, so not just like throwaway ones. I just bought some actually from Tory Burch, which you're like, Hannah, why did you need to do that? I'm splitting them with my mom. It was for a donation, and they were like $35 for 5, which is quite a lot. But I will try to link some face masks online that you can purchase, a lot of them from small businesses. And if you guys have any recommendations, like I want to know, I could of course use some more since I'll be wearing them for months. And so definitely leave your recommendations below. Just, you know, it's a little bit more fun when you have like a cute face mask, or you can match your face mask to your outfit, and makes it the situation a little bit better. All right, next, as I mentioned, essential oil diffuser. This is great even not during COVID, because you can't have candles in a dorm, but it smells really gross in there, especially if you're cooking food. So having an essential oil diffuser is great. Mine is from Young Living Essential Oils. It lights up different colors, so it also is cool because I could put different colors on based on the season, and it also looks like a candle, like it kind of glows like a candle. And my favorite essential oil, the best one for your immune system that I found, is Thieves. Literally, whenever I'd be feeling kind of sick in the fall, like I had a cough or something, I would diffuse this all in my room, rub it on my body. They even have a digestible one that I would like put in my tea. And seriously, guys, the next day I would feel so much better. So Thieves essential oil, that's what the hand sanitizer is in, and that's what I would put in here. It also smells like fall and clove, so perfect for back to school season. Along with that, this is more of a splurge item, but if you talk to your parents and if they're worried about your health, this may be an item they're willing to help you purchase, and that is an air purifier. I got one for Christmas this past year, and it was great because I got to bring it to my dorm. I had the flu in January, I had the flu, and so what really helped was I just put that on full blast while I was in my room, because again, your air isn't really not circulated, so that's why you need the fan, and having the air purifier really helps. So again, something you may want to splurge on this year because of COVID. Next, of course, is cleaning supplies. You may forget to bring these when you're moving in, and that's fine, because they're probably deep cleaning the dorms before you move into them. But make sure like your first run to Target, you're getting Clorox wipes or your natural cleaning supplies, whatever you use. Make sure you talk to your roommates, or if you share a bathroom with roommates, talk to them about a cleaning schedule. My freshman year, when I shared a bathroom with 3 other girls, we would clean every Sunday. So we have a cleaning schedule, and everyone would like have a task, like clean the shower or the toilet or the sinks or the mirrors, take out the trash. But you guys may want to put in a plan where it's like every couple days you guys are sanitizing the counters, cleaning stuff off, wiping door handles down. You just, of course, can never be too safe. Next is vitamins. Should be taking them anyway, but the best ones I've heard, zinc and vitamin D. Those are going to really help keep your immune system up, of course, with vitamin C. Freshman year, my roommate and I, we would love those emergency vitamin C packets. We actually drank them too much. It was way more vitamin C than we needed, because we would have at least one a day, and it would be like our orange juice in the morning. Like we'd fill our water bottles up, put those emergency packets in, and then drink that in our first class. So those are also delicious. They're a little bit more expensive, but health is important this year, ladies. I don't know if schools are going to have their fitness classes open like usual, but even when they were open, I would like to bring my own yoga mat, just because you never know how well they're cleaning the gym items and like the gym yoga mats you can borrow. So if you're wanting to do some at-home workouts because your gyms aren't going to be open, or if your gyms are open and you just want to make sure you have your own things, bring your own yoga mat. You can get them at TJ Maxx for $10. Last item related to COVID is a suitcase. This is something I didn't keep in my dorm room before, but I would recommend to people living on campus now, because as we learned from last semester, schools can really cancel and send you home in a week's notice, and maybe you're not going to have time to have your parents come help you move everything out. At least have a bigger suitcase on hand, even if you keep it in your car, if that's on campus, or store it in your closet, store it in above your closet if it's like a wardrobe, but just keep a bigger suitcase so that if they are like, okay, you have to go home within the next week, you can pack up as much as you need to finish out the rest of the semester until you guys can get back and officially move out. Okay, and then my last two items are a little bit more fun, how to make it feel homey. That was what I was really proud of with both of my college dorm rooms, was it felt like a home. Like, people walked in and I don't think it felt like a stingy old dorm room. And so what really helped with that is, one, a rug. They are pricey, they are an investment, but like, I'm able to take the rug I brought freshman year, I used it sophomore year, and now I'm bringing it into my apartment. So they are super helpful at making it feel homey and not like you're just on tile 24/7 in your room. The next one is to not use the overhead lighting in your dorm. I probably last year turned on my overhead lights a total of 5 times. And so I use natural light during the day, and then towards the end of the day and night, I have a bunch of lamps. So I had a floor lamp, and then I had 2 clip-on lamps, one at my desk and one on top of my bed, and I literally just would turn those on every night, and it gives it more of like that homey, more warmer lighting, because fluorescent lighting is just not cute, not homey. And so get some lamps and string lights. I had a bunch of string lights I would turn on. Actually, I'd keep those on all day. Don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I would, because it just made it feel homey. The last item is your favorite foods. So this is like, it's a decor video. Why are you talking about food? But I just remember freshman year moving in, like, we didn't get, along with all the freshman orientation stuff, which probably isn't happening this year, but along with all of that, we really didn't have time to get to the grocery store till like our second day. And so I'm glad we brought a few snacks to like keep us alive, besides just what we ate on campus. So if you have a favorite cereal you eat every morning, like, bring that favorite cereal. If you drink almond milk, like, buy some of the unrefrigerated almond milks and pack that with you, so that right when you move in, you have that available to you, because you may not be able to get to a store that sells almond milk within your first few days. And so just thinking about that, like, okay, if I can't get to a Target within my first 3 days of moving in, like, what do I need to survive? So bring that food-wise. All right, guys, that was it for this video. I hope it was helpful. I want to know if you guys have any products that you recommend for this year. I'm excited to do a whole new moving in, what is it, series for this year. I'm not moving into a dorm, I am moving into an apartment, so it'll be a bit different. But of course, I've done 2 years in the dorm, so I feel like I'm well versed in all of that. So if you have questions, leave them below. And of course, make sure to subscribe and click the bell to get notified when the rest of my back to school videos come out. All right, I love you guys. Bye.